The Arrival. The night was colder than expected when David and his 3 friends drove through the winding country road. Their destination was a centuries-old house that locals whispered about, but no one dared to enter after dark. It was called Ashthorne Manor. Legends surrounded it, screams in the night, flickering lights in the abandoned windows, and the story of a family who vanished without a trace. The house had been locked for decades, yet somehow people swore they still saw faces peering from the broken glass. David wasn't a believer in the supernatural. He had agreed to the trip because his friends, Mark, Lily, and Sarah, were all fascinated by ghost hunting. They wanted to record the night for their online channel, but David just wanted a thrill. When the car stopped at the rusted gates, a wave of silence rolled over them. Even the insects had gone quiet. "Looks dead," Mark joked nervously. "Or maybe not dead enough," Lily whispered, staring at the looming silhouette of the manor. First signs. Whispers in the dark. The doors creaked as they pushed them open. Dust filled the air, swirling in their flashlight beams. The smell of damp wood and rot clung to their throats. The main hall was grand, with a massive staircase leading up, portraits of pale-eyed ancestors hanging crooked on the walls. Their faces seemed to watch as the group moved inside. "Creepy, but just old wood and mold," David muttered, trying to sound brave. But then Sarah froze. "Did you hear that?" They all stopped. A faint whisper slithered down the hallway. Not words, just a low, dragging murmur as though someone was breathing against the walls. Mark laughed too loudly. "Air currents! Old houses do that!" But his voice cracked. As they set up cameras and recorders, the whispers grew. At first, they were random. Then they began to form something almost recognizable. "Leave!" It came from the shadows of the staircase. Sarah's recorder caught it. She replayed the sound, and the group listened in frozen silence. The voice was clearer on tape than it had been in the air. "Get out before it wakes." Escalation. The house awakens. Hours passed. Midnight struck. The house seemed to breathe, groaning as though it had lungs of wood and stone. They explored room by room. In the library, books had been pulled from shelves and stacked into strange shapes, though no one admitted to touching them. In the dining hall, the long table was set with cracked plates, as though dinner had been prepared for guests who never arrived. In the nursery, the rocking horse began to sway on its own. "Okay, I'm officially creeped out," Mark said, backing away. But David, stubborn as ever, pushed deeper. He found a locked door in the west wing. Strangely, the key lay in the lock, as if waiting. Against his better judgment, he turned it. The door groaned open to reveal a bedroom untouched by time. A canopy bed stood in the center, sheets yellowed with age. On the nightstand, a silver locket glimmered. David picked it up. Inside was a picture of a family, a man, a woman, and a young girl. Their faces were oddly blurred, as though the photograph